Hey everybody, welcome back to Mal's Board Game Room. So first of all, be sure to check out our sponsor, Games and Couples, which is a division from Oshrat Online Counseling Services. They do a lot of couple counseling, concentrating on utilizing board game as a tool in their couple counseling. So just kind of how board games can be a tool to help couples come together, spend quality time together, even when times are a little tense. So I think that's just amazing. So be sure to check them out. Now, so this video is a bit of a show and tell video. I've got a few new games, and these aren't even all of it. The games that I've ordered before New Year's Eve, so before New Year's, so back in 2023, they're all at my friend Carla's. I still need to collect them. So I got a few more to show you down the road, but I'll show you what I've got recently. So first of all, Three Hills Books, which have a lot of board games as well and puzzles, we're having a 50% off sale. I think they're trying to move stock so that they can bring in new stuff in. I'm hoping to bring in new stuff in, and then so I was like, okay, twist my rubber arm. I didn't even go. My friend ended up going, and then we said, okay, well, when you get there, send us pictures. So she's sending us pictures like, okay, I'd be interested in this one and this one. And so we're all texting. It's ridiculous. But I took advantage, and I held back because me and Carla, for our New Year's resolution, decided to do where for every game we bring into the collection, we have to have played 3 off our shelf of shame. So far I'm still good, but I'm really concentrating on playing my shelf of shame, trying to bring in new games. So here are some of the games that I got. So the first one is MetroX. So this is a flip and write type of game. I'll read you what it says on the back here. It says, X marks the spot. Flip a card, choose a subway line, and cross off the given number of station on your map. Earn bonuses for making transfers, but lose points for incomplete tracks. Everyone plays at the same time, so there's never a dull moment as you race to complete routes, get the highest score, and become the underground sensation. I've recently played London Station or London Underground Station, something like that, which is another flip and write, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm assuming this one is a little bit similar. Actually, let me just show you the components. I don't have that many to show, so I'm going to actually open the games this time. First of all, I love when board games have this little pamphlet of all other games that's available. This is like my Sears wish book. And you can kind of look, oh, got this, oh, would like that. And then, put your initials on it, kind of leave it around the house for hints. No, I don't do that. But I do really enjoy seeing what other games the publishers have done. So I do appreciate when that's in there. So we have the rule book. It's in multiple languages that I can tell here. 2 languages. So this is the English side. And then you have 6 boards, and the boards are double-sided. So they're nice, sturdy cardboard boards. And you have this side and this side. And you'll be writing right on top of those. And then you have, the dry erase markers, and then you have cards. So these are just kind of tells you what the cards do. The number cards, skip card, transfer card, and a free card. And then on the back of it, it tells you what the penalty is going to be. For empty station, if you have 0 to 4, there's no penalty. If you have 5, it's -1, and it kind of goes on and that way. Then we have the cards. So the MetroX card and transfer, free. You got the skip, and then there's the number ones that have different numbers on it. Now, I haven't played this one. I don't know how it plays. I am excited to give it a try. And that is one thing that is nice with a flip and write game, is there is no downtime, because you flip, everybody goes. You flip, everybody goes. Unless you get somebody that has a lot of AP, kind of can't figure out what to do. That's going to slow down the game a bit. But otherwise, the game just goes by super fast and you always have something to do. So that's the first one I got, MetroX. Then the second one I got also from the same sale, and this is number 9. Now, I see this one everywhere. It looks really interesting. I have no idea how it worked. Well, I didn't. I looked it up. So I opened this and I punched it the other day. It's whole. Look it didn't fare very well. It's all over the place. But when it's all in place, it looks really cool. I'm not one to store vertically, so this is going to be an ongoing issue all the time. I don't know if we'll kind of tie those up or what. They're odd shapes, but when it's all organized, it looks really cool. Like the insert looks really cool. I really wish there was lids. I wish inserts would have more like lids that keeps everything in place. I was kind of hoping it would, but obviously it didn't. So with this one, you're going to be drawing a card, and the card have the numbers on it, so it tells you which number to take. And you're going to take, so if it's an 8, you're going to take an 8 and you're going to put it down on the table. And you're going to put them together. And from what I understand is going to happen, you're going to start with your first level and kind of put a cluster together of all these different numbers. And when you can put a number above that. When you put a number above that, it has to be on top of at least 2 other numbers, and it can't overlap at all. So it has to have number underneath everywhere in order to be able to go on a second level. Now, anything that's on the second level is going to be the number of the tile you're putting down times 1. Now, as you keep building, if you're able to put something on the third level, that's going to be that particular number times 2. So ideally, a bigger number would give you, more points, but the bigger number have like a wide space, and you can't overlap anything. They have to have, the second level in place, which has to have the first level to support. So it sounds like a really neat puzzly game. Now that I've kind of looked into it, I haven't tried it yet. I'm really excited to. I think this is going to be a really neat, fun one to play, and then just at the end of the game you score. So you score each level, the numbers that's on there, multiply by the level that it's at, and then you remove it and do the next one and so on. So number 9, like as mentioned, I've heard lots of things about it. It looks really cool. And look, is that just me? It really bugs me when the back of the game doesn't match the same orientation as the top of the game. And I've fixed it now, but I know that the rule book is upside down. That doesn't bug me as much for some reason. So that was my second purchase from 3 Hill Books, and that's number 9. Now, I also have a Kickstarter that arrived. If you've watched my channel, you might have seen my tutorial or kind of intro on this, and that is Forge. So Forge was a game that's designed by Wes Woodbury, which is a friend of mine that lives really close to me, actually. He's in central Alberta here. And I got to play this game when it was in the prototype form. He lent it to me, hence how I was able to make the video. Oh my God, I did this again. I don't know what's going on with me, but somebody else might have put it away maybe. So you have the rule book. The rule book is, so it's the full, well, it's not quite the full, but it's mostly the full size of the box. I like that. It has like the component page. It has the setup page, which I really like when there's a setup page. It really bugs me when there isn't. Like, show me how you want it to be together. The rule book is nice and clear, easy to follow. Nice big pictures on there, so that was pretty good. And then you have the player board, and you'll just have one for each color. So this is up to 4 players, and this is the forge. So each player is going to be running their own forge. You have the different tools that you can acquire and make your forge more successful, I guess. And then you have the player board, the main board that goes in the middle here. Honestly, I think this looks great. It's like nice, bright, like it's really brightly colored. I really like how this looks. So you have the board because it's worker placement. So you'll have your worker placement. Everybody gets their own set of wooden bits. Now the wooden bits are worth to look at. So we all have 6 little forge hammers. Look at those. How great are these? You know, so we all have 6 of these. One of them is to kind of show the play order, and then the other ones is to complete goals. First one to complete 5 goals triggers the end of the game. And then for keeping track of your score at the end, you have your little anvil. Looks so cool. Then you have the like plus 50 on the other side. So the components are so good. And then you have your little workers, and you'll have up to 4 of them. And then you have your bigger guy that is your blacksmith. I kept forgetting the word of it the other day, but then you have your blacksmith that can do kind of a little bit more, like he just can do more than just a regular worker. Really cool. I have the cards here, and then I've been using my Hugo's Amazing tape to hold everything together, so I've kind of put all of that together. These are the gems, and then you have just the wooden cubes for the resources that you'll be collecting, and then you have orders to be fulfilled, and it was just a really great little worker placement kind of game. And I really like the ones where you have to collect the resource, and then you spend the resource to complete the different goals you've collected and fulfill those, and it's just neat. So excited that my copy has finally arrived, and we've played it since, and I'm hoping to play it again. And let's make sure I'm putting it the right way now. So yeah, so that was, whoops, excuse me. That was one of the sprites. So Forge that just came out, and then yeah, it just looks so good. Okay, and then I got a gift card from my work. Every once in a while, they send random gift cards, and you can pick what you want it for. I mean, it'd be great if Board Game Bliss was an option, but it's not. So instead, I get it for Amazon, and then I purchased a game on Amazon. So I purchased the game Planet. I've seen my friend post about this one a lot lately. They've been playing it, and it just looks so cool. So let me show you. You have, every player has a planet, and you're going to be kind of creating the terrain on your planet. And as you complete that, there's also goal cards that's going to show different things. So this one, for example, shows that whichever planet has the largest desert area that is not adjacent to forest would get this card. So you have your planet that everybody's going to have. It starts with nothing on it, but you'll slowly be adding different terrain on it. So now this one has ocean and ice, you know, and then maybe I need, you know, dirt and then forest, but so now my dirt's touching the, you know, it's just so interesting as you create this. And then so many times I was like, okay, great, I really need this. Okay, it's not touching. Oh, yeah, it was. And I just wasn't looking all the way around. Like the 3D aspect of this puzzle, it is so neat. And then you have all the cards that you're trying to accumulate. So you'll play over 12 rounds, and you add 1 to each because this is a 12-sided planet. And at the end, you kind of tally up all the cards that you have. Now, each card are worth so many points. You also have like a secret goal where you're trying to have the most of a certain terrain. And if you've acquired so many triangle section of that terrain, it would score a little bit more. But if you have cards of that terrain because you've been concentrating on it anyways, it's worth a little bit less points. So you want to try to be a little bit diverse as well. It was so cool. It's super simple to play, but it is a neat, fun puzzle. And as I mentioned, it is kind of really satisfying to put all the pieces onto the planet. The only thing is I accidentally knocked one of my pieces off. So the magnets isn't super, super strong. So be aware of that. But otherwise, I mean, and it looks so cool the way that it's all arranged in here. I'm super pleased with this. So, and that's Planet. Oh, and also, like, yeah, the rule books come in, 3 languages in this case here. And it's nice, clear rule book, easy to follow, and it's pretty simple to play. So, but it was really neat. I'm really enjoying this one. The only thing that I'm not super pleased about is this game wasn't shrink, and they shipped it with just a shipping label right on top of the shrink. So luckily, my corners aren't super bashed. You could tell they're a little rounded, but put it in a box. Like it'd be one thing if this was a product, like I was buying, I don't know, a dryer, like a hair dryer. Like I would be pulling that out of the box and I would be discarding of the box. But the box is part of the product when you buy a board game. Put it inside another box to protect the game. So that's my one drawback. I've sent them a review on that, kind of hopefully that down the road that's kept in consideration. I don't need my games to be pristine, but you know, like don't tempt fate. And then another thing that I ended up buying is these. So I'm going to be doing regular monthly game days at the Acme Legion here. And the first one is actually this coming Saturday. And so far I have one bag that I use for carrying board games. And it works when I go to an event for games that I'm going to be playing. But when I'm hosting an event and providing the majority of all the games for that particular event, I'm going to need more. So somebody had posted on one of the game groups and a picture of it. And it's super cool because you save the picture, then you go on Amazon and you search by picture and it finds the product. That's the first time I tried that. It works really well. I was super impressed. So I bought a set of 4 of these bags. And let me show you what it looks like all set up here. This one's already been opened up. So it opens fairly big. There's 2 zippers, so you can unzip both sides here. And it's like a fairly sturdy, plasticky type material. Somebody asked me, is the inside like soft, or like if there's like a fabric cover on the inside? And it's not. It's just the plastic. But it's a pretty big bag when it's all put together. And these are actually kind of shown as that you could use instead of a packing bag, but it zips all the way at this end here, so you can open it all the way up. I think this is going to be great. And then it just folds right down to nothing again. So, and I have 4 of them plus my regular bags. So to carry bags back and forth, zipper, no water damage if it's raining or snowing. I think these are going to be pretty good. They say they have a capacity of about 50 pounds. So, I mean, some of the games are pretty heavy, so I don't know how much 50 pounds is. We'll see how they work. I know the Costco ones have the thing that goes all the way around the bottom, so that probably would be better, but it feels pretty sturdy. So I haven't tried it yet. As I said, I'm going to put these to the test on Saturday. So we'll see. Now, if you've used them before, I'd be curious to see what you thought of it. But yeah, I saw somebody who had a bunch of these because he was moving and that's what he had carried all his games in. And I think that was just a clever way of doing it. So I got 4 of these. And then that's it for my show and tell until I'm able to get these other games that I've ordered. So I've got, was it 8 coming? I have 8 more games coming, some secondhand, some were Christmas gifts, some I ordered from the Christmas sale. So they're all from like before January. So it's time to come home, and I'm excited to give some of them a try. Some of them I'm super excited about. So I'm not going to tell you what they are until they're here so I can show them again. But thanks for listening. Bye, everybody.